All right, we should be getting pretty close now. I warned people that this was going to happen, that there would be an A wave down. This was the A wave, a B wave bounce, and then you almost always get a second wave, at least a second wave down. Sometimes there's five. I don't necessarily think there's going to be five waves down on this one, but there's almost always at least a C wave. I think we're setting up for it right now. I tried to warn people that some of this is natural, but a lot of it is manufactured. The cartel, banking cartel, that want to suppress the metals, they need fuel for that C wave. So while there's probably going to be some kind of a bounce naturally, the fact that gold was kept suppressed, even though the dollar would continue to move down into its daily cycle low, and gold was not. You can see this pretty clearly. The second gold tried to get back above 2,000, you have a major attack the next day to stop that. So the cartel didn't or doesn't want gold to get above 2,000, but they do want to draw people in prematurely on the long side. The more people that they can get to buy early and get long here, the more stops there are to trigger when they break a support zone and start the bloodbath phase. So I think we're getting pretty close. This is probably the support zone here at about, we'll just call it 1940-ish. When this breaks, we'll probably start the bloodbath phase. I have, and I will go over this in detail, what we're going to look for over the next several days, week and a half. And then what we want to be on the lookout for to indicate that the bottom is printed. And let me widen this chart. All right, so once this ICL is printed, this is going to be a major buying opportunity, because I am about 99% convinced that the advancing phase of the next intermediate cycle is going to break through this resistance zone here. The more times a support or resistance zone gets tested, the more likely it is that it's going to break. And this resistance at 2090 has been tested 3 times now. The fourth test, which will come during the advancing phase of this next intermediate cycle, it's going to break through this, and there's no resistance above this. At that point, we're on our way toward, and granted, it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm on record as saying that 5,000 is going to be a piece of cake, and I don't think 10,000 is unreasonable when we get into the manic, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is buying bubble phase in gold. But in order for that to begin in earnest, we got to break this resistance zone, and the cartel has been very stubborn in trying to protect this from breaking, but they are not going to be able to stop this much longer. Once this ICL is complete, as I said, I'm positive that the next intermediate cycle, the cartel is going to get annihilated, because this is going to break, and then once it breaks, there's nothing they're going to be able to do to stop the gold market at that point. So we are in, or very close to, the final phase of this intermediate decline. We just need to complete this C wave decline, get everybody bearish. Everybody will be afraid to buy. And I will show you in the premium newsletter what to be looking for as a sign that the selling has exhausted and the advancing phase of the next intermediate cycle has begun. And so one more time, the SMT premium newsletter, I will leave it open for anybody that wants to subscribe, as long as we remain in this declining phase. Once the bottom is in, and I have spotted the markers that indicate the bottom is in, and gotten everybody that I can on the long side, then I will close that SMT, the SMT premium newsletter, to new subscribers. I don't want people buying at tops after they've let weeks and weeks of the rally go by. We want to buy at the bottom when you're scared. You want to buy when there's blood in the street, and you want to sell when when it looks like price is going to the moon. And we are obviously much closer to blood in the streets than we are to price going to the moon. But I don't think the real bloodletting has started just yet.